Yeah,
Correct.
the white man says I have no voice.
Not this white man. What this white man says is, welcome to Retro Movie Geek, the show where we, your humble hosts, watch and discuss a retro movie, which we define as any movie 20 years old or older. This, of course, means we spoil the heck out of every movie we cover. And if you haven't seen this episode, Cinematic
You
Delight,
shouldn't. Get out.
Am I right, Daryl? Am I right?
Run.
Consider yourself forewarned. I am
yourself.
Joel, and I'm joined by Daryl, or Darrell, as he's commonly called.
The middle finger. That's the middle
He
one.
can't put down his wine spritzer.
That's the middle finger. Yes.
And Peter.
Hey. You use Scrooges and Grinches.
And we are joined for this extra special Christmassy episode by the one, the only, the Mags. Hello! Hey. I'm always happy to have you here, Mag. So, Maggie, what was the last movie you covered with us? It wasn't that long ago.
Dead Bang.
That was, yeah.
It was
So you did our first video version of the show, and you're back for more. So that's great.
I'm going to just destroy everything you said, Joe. The first one we did actually was I Love You to Death. And then after that, I think we did Dead Bang.
All right, let me rephrase. The first one that mattered.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
But that was our first one with the guests, right? That was our first one with the guests.
Yes,
though.
and Johnson.
I was kind of Anna Johnson. Yeah, I was partially correct then. All right, so those that are just listening, of course, you could check out the video version of this on YouTube at Mom and Pop Video Shop.
And you have to see this visage and that I need to point in the right direction. That visage.
Should we tell Peter that he's freezing up? Probably not. In fact,
I know I'm always freezing
Peter,
up.
instead, you could hide behind your label and tell us your VHS synopsis. Very funny, Peter.
Oh, you don't buy I'm freezing?
No.
Nope. You can't see my nipples either.
It's cold in Sweden, all right?
No, actually, the snow is gone. It's raining again.
It's going to be cold here tomorrow. Wind chill of 42 degrees.
Oh, wait, shut up.
Let's see.
Fahrenheit.
Goes upstairs. People can see this.
Peter, I need you to be my calculator real quick.
The European.
Oh,
is it 42 Fahrenheit is what Celsius? Because I don't know, honest to God. I can't do that in my head.
Let's see what the trusty computer says.
Oh, that's cheating. I thought you Europeans were better educated.
Well, we have the right measurements in the first place.
You drive on the wrong side of the road. Don't even start with me, Mags.
Oh my God. Oh my.
And we won. And you know what? We won the war. Let it go.
Oh my God. He's gonna put that card too.
Daryl, make him stop. He's
I can't.
We've been trying for 10 years.
By the way, lamest American thing ever is to bring up the Revolutionary War, where you can't win an argument with a Brit. You just go, you know what? We won the war. All right, we won it, and that's what we think about your crowd.
What do you say? 42.
Oh my gosh.
42 wind chill.
You can't do all that math. What is happening?
No, man. It's
what late. Is it like 20 degrees Celsius? I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
What's hot? See. What's hot in Celsius?
Oh, okay. 42. It's 5 Celsius. 5.5. So not too cold.
What does that mean?
42 Fahrenheit, man.
Hey, in Florida, that is cold to an alligator. So I don't want to hear it. All right.
It's raining here too.
Wow. Yeah, so we're about to get a storm. We're getting our
can't rain all the time.
Oh.
Daryl wins, bastard. See,
What's
now
that
my
from?
nipples. Now my nipples are hard.
What's that from?
Wait, did you just ask what is that from?
We're minutes in. We're minutes in. Can we not talk about nipples yet?
I know. Wait, I'm serious. What is it from? I legit can't remember.
Crow. It can't rain all
He
day.
didn't even know.
I
didn't even
okay. I don't
know.
have the dialogue from The Crow memorized.
Wow.
Listen, and who was on that episode?
Maggie, I know that,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying I don't remember the freaking line.
Yet, if I burped Die Hard, he would jump.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Like a freaking.
If you went burp 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 burp.
Could we
By the
just
way,
ignore him?
quick side note, a bit of a letdown. Although
What?
I didn't hate it, but a bit of a letdown. Silent Night. I wanted to it's a John Woo action movie set at Christmas that felt decidedly not Christmassy enough for me. So there's that. And Godzilla -1, best movie of the year. Peter, what's your synopsis?
Wow.
Okay,
I threw it down. It's a fact. I've seen it twice now.
Wow.
Peter, synopsis.
Let's see. It's Christmas Eve, and the Firpo brothers are hoping for a silent night. No alarms, no bells, no police sirens. Nicolas Cage, Dana Carvey, and Jon Lovitz are the larcenous Firpo brothers. See, big words. No, Daryl, you're wrong. Bill is a good-hearted guy, doing his best to keep pathological liar Dave and kleptomaniac Alvin out of trouble. But the two small-time crooks lure their brother into robbing a bank in the small town of Paradise, Pennsylvania, where pulling off the heist is a snap compared to getting out of the town after a snowstorm hits. For the brothers soon discover that all their big city smarts are useless against the unsuspecting, good-hearted townsfolk who shower them with kindness at every turn.
Fascinating.
This movie wasn't worth the toilet paper.
It's going to be like a repeat of the last Tear on the Tube episode, Joel?
Actually, not necessarily for me. Maybe from Daryl. I might surprise you on this, Peter.
You know what? It's a Christmas movie, so I expect it from any other Christmas movie than Bad Santa.
That's true.
From Daryl.
Best movie
there we go.
ever made.
It is.
I disagree.
It is a great movie. If we're just
Peter, are you fucking with me?
No,
are you fucking with me right now?
Well, Liz disagreed. She didn't like it, but
that's right. We had Liz on for that.
We did, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, for people,
Liz likes children, and she likes,
she has a heart, a soul, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
By the way,
are you telling me you have other women on the podcast? Jesus.
No. Joel did.
No.
Never did that. Wasn't me.
All right. Mags?
Joel?
I just realized I'm going to have to change this, Peter, because I know it makes our video smaller, but this seems to cut off like half of your video.
No, I like it. I like just for this fucking movie, it should stay just like that. Cut off.
Yeah, it's like Peter's being censored. How about this? Hold on, wait for it. Anybody who's watching will get to see it. Ready? Add. Oh, no, actually enlarged it a little bit. Okay, well, we'll go with that. All right, there we go. All right, so, Mags.
I'm doing a funny here.
Yes, it looks like you're hanging on the end of the label. We get it, Peter. Very fun. But all the three people listening totally didn't get that joke. So good job.
Well, our parents don't count.
Mags, when did you first see Trapped in Paradise?
On Tuesday, when you said, "Do you want to come on the podcast?" And Tuesday was my birthday, so I watched it on Tuesday. You ruined my birthday.
Well, you could have. Well, in my defense, we're recording this as of Sunday, so you had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday that one could have watched this cinematic classic.
But Joel, I trust you, and I figured you just,
that was her first mistake.
Never trust a white man.
No, never trust a Joel. Period. Anybody named Joel, just don't trust us. Yeah.
No, I watched it on Tuesday for the first time. I had never heard of it before. So
really,
with good reason.
A Nicolas Cage movie, and you never heard of it?
Yeah, because it was the shittiest Nicolas Cage movie.
Really?
It's not really fair, is it?
Others.
I say there have been others that aren't. Yeah.
But no, Tuesday. I watched it for this episode.
Okay.
Nice.
Peter.
Oh
yes.
Oh my God, Daryl's doing. See, this is why if you watch the video version, you get to see Daryl do acrobatics and whatnot with his camera.
I hope that wasn't a crutch.
So Peter, because when I get to Daryl, I'm going to get us a spouting of profanity. Peter, when did you first see this motion picture?
Mid 90s. It was. When was it released? 94.
94
I think?
was the mid 90s.
So, so 95, 96, something like that. I think.
So you didn't see it in the theater?
No,
Okay.
I'm not even sure. I don't even know if it was shown in the theater.
But you had seen it before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's been a long time though, but yeah.
All right. Daryl,
What?
when did you first see Trapped in Paradise?
I never watched it in its entirety until this stupid show.
But
I always knew to turn it off.
Madge and Mick is in it.
Yes, she is.
You can watch her in other things that are
Like
I do.
Sleepwalkers. You could watch her in Sleepwalkers.
Or
Twin Peaks. I know Twin Peaks, yeah. Which I still need to watch. Which I haven't watched.
I can't watch Twin Peaks anymore. It's too scary.
I love Twin Peaks. We were
Wait,
that was a
seriously,
staple.
Twin Peaks. That the episode where you
Spoiler alert! I haven't
Where you
seen
first
it.
see Bob, where he's crawling over. That I know.
No, where he's in the mirror. He's in the mirror. Like that. I'm still scared about that.
Wow.
I'm still scared.
Luckily, Mags, you are all by yourself in a flat.
In a cottage.
In a cottage.
What is that?
Get it right. It's a cottage.
What is that? A door?
Is there a door right behind you?
There's like a shadow there.
Is that door opening slowly? I can't.
There you go.
The good news is we got your back,
Nice.
Mag. We can see directly behind you. We can see behind you.
Nice.
All right. We can help her? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, I didn't say that. We'll just scream a lot. Maggie, run!
We do. I can't see anything.
It's okay. I've got swear snap, so I can throw sweary cards.
Nice.
Okay.
What? Pray tell is that?
In the
It's
UK,
a card game with profanities.
with profanities. That's a Daryl game right
I
there.
need to know more.
Because Daryl definitely needs a game as an excuse to throw around profanity. What was that?
That's Joel. That's Daryl. He's already taped out.
Don't get me a copyright strike on the YouTubes.
Oh yeah, that's right.
do
That was
that.
a commercial. It's not a
Because I see other
so.
people play music and stuff like that.
I know, but apparently I've gotten the this is a warning.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Already?
Yeah.
What did you do?
It doesn't say anything. They're going to do anything about it. They're just like, just so you know.
We are the YouTube police. We will come to your house and do this.
For your piddly little channel, we're going to make a big deal about it. All right. So, Daryl, I think we've established then you saw this movie many times before and you loved it.
That's not what I said.
That's kind of what you said.
That's
not what I said.
That's what we're
Boy,
thinking.
what do you want?
Go
sit down.
Listen, Davey knows you've been unfaithful to him.
I saw this in the theater.
Oh, nice.
With the woman that would one day become my wife. So that means she went to the
She
movies
still
with
married
me.
you.
And she still married him. Yeah.
And allowed him to have sex with her.
A saint.
Really?
A
Really,
saint.
Peter? You don't know. Oh, I guess we'd have 3 kids. So it at least happened those times. Yeah.
Yeah. That's how science works.
Yeah. Science.
We need to get Heather on for an episode and go, so how do you feel about Joel showing you all these awful films?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To which she'll just smile and nod and give you that knowing look like, yeah.
Well, I was able.
That sign language. She's actually asking for.
Yeah. It's like a hostage video. I love those movies. They are the best movies ever.
Well, I know what she looks like when he irritates her. I've
Oh,
seen.
I don't ever
I've
irritate
seen.
my
Oh,
wife.
yeah, you have. Yeah.
I have never irritated my wife in 30 years.
I think you did.
Why?
When you. I think you did.
Yeah, okay, a little bit of that. Yeah. Do you have one that has the word bull in front of that? That's
Give her a minute.
Bullshit.
Yes. Okay, so here's the dealio. I saw this in the theater in 1994, and at the time, my only memory of this movie was that I didn't really like it that much. Like, that was my memory of it. I remember.
I've read a lot about that, actually.
You what?
I read a lot about. I mean, the fact
me not liking it, or just
no way. The fact that it doesn't really have a high standard or high likability.
Yeah, because it's bad.
No, it's not.
Because it's fucking bad.
So I will say, I'll be the first one out the gate to say. So rewatching it this time, I remember Jon Lovitz Dan Aykroyd, Dana Carvey, and Nicolas Cage being in it. I remembered that. I didn't remember that Madchen Amick or however you say her name is. Yeah, okay, that one. I did not remember her being in it, and so that was a pleasant surprise.
Right.
There's a lot of secondary characters who I recognize from other things.
Richard Jenkins.
We'll get to
among others.
We'll get to
Nope.
him.
Yeah.
But so that was a pleasant surprise. I will say it is not a great movie by any stretch of the imagination. But it's it's not as bad as I remember. Like my memory feeling of it was.
Right.
I'm just being honest. Like I didn't like come out of it. I think I hated it the first time around. If I'm being really honest, I don't know that I hated it this time for some reason. It is Christmas. It's very Christmassy. I like that. I like the setting. I like the little like small town vibe. I think we could get into the nuances of character motivation and how weird the setup is.
I'm going to stop you there, Joel. Did you just use the word nuance?
Yes, I did.
To this movie?
I did, because I thought there was potential. Like from here's the thing. When you think about like the great Christmas movies, right? The character usually struggling with something. By the end of it, they get some point of redemption, and that's like all tied in with the whole Christmas spirit thing, right?
Right.
I thought that and again, remember nothing about the movie. There was an opportunity with the brothers and the Nicolas Cage character, and sort of like the idea that he was always trying to stay on the straight and narrow path and stay out of the trouble his brothers got into. And then they always are obviously pulling him into it. And their mother obviously has a criminal bent to her and all this stuff. By the way, was that the lady from, was she from Night Court or was she somebody else? Like
my two dads. Do you know
what it was?
I watched it. Yeah. She came on and I was like, I know this woman played a judge. What did she play a judge in? It was My Two Dads. Was it?
So she wasn't on Night Court. You were the old lady in Night Court?
She was on Barney Miller. Barney Miller and the spin-off show Fish.
Okay. Right. I recognize her. Like, she's very recognizable.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about on Night Court, right, Daryl? Remember the old
I know
lady
exactly what you're talking about, but that's not her.
Okay.
I can tell what white people look like.
I, however, have a problem with that.
You have a problem.
Yeah. Any other ethnicity, no problem at all. But white people,
yeah, you just don't know.
Like face blindness.
My one problem with the movie is all the black people that were in it. It was just way too many,
and especially since it was 1994, and that was a time when you really didn't get a lot of that.
It was like Leroy and Kareem and Shaniqua.
And especially, now to be fair, I'm trying to remember the prison setting. Did they have a certain amount of people?
Yes, they did.
Of course.
I think that's the only place.
Hollywood. What I love is how Hollywood, but the great thing about Hollywood is it's not like they're running from their own past.
No.
It's not like Hollywood has anything to ever feel like they might have perpetuated.
Everybody got out of jail for Christmas except the black people. That's basically what the movie says.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. And we got an hour and a half. Well, almost 2 hours. It was a 2-hour long movie. We got 2 hours of Dana Carvey talking like this.
Wait, that movie was 2 hours?
I think it was about 2 hours. Yeah.
It felt about 6 hours.
I think it was 2.
No. You know what? Everybody.
The final third was at least 6 hours in itself.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. Hour 51.
That's worse. That's worse.
But you know that Dana Carvey's voice. Apparently, everyone wanted him to stop,
and he wouldn't stop.
But I read somewhere that Nicolas Cage said, "No, go."
I read that as well.
Yeah.
I went back and did a lot after I watched it. I went back and did a lot of reading on it, which was quite interesting. But yeah, Nicolas Cage encouraged him to do it more.
Yeah. And Nicolas Cage apparently directed parts of it too.
Nicolas Cage did?
Yeah, because I read that what was the director's name?
George Gallo.
George Gallo. Apparently, he just let people do whatever they wanted because he didn't direct.
See, Maggie, you wanted to make sense of your tragedy, right? You really wanted to find a reason.
I needed to understand it. I needed to work through it. I needed to know why Joel would choose to do such a bad thing to me.
Exactly.
Now, full context. Peter gave me 2 movies to choose from. And I chose the movie that was more what I would like to call on brand.
Christmassy. Yeah.
And Christmassy.
What was the other movie, Joel?
Night of the Hunter.
Might have been Night of the Hunter starring Robert Mitchum.
but he didn't want to do a
one of
dark
the
one
greatest
after
movies
Super.
that has been
I know.
ever made.
Yeah.
And we watched
But
this.
actually, Trapped in Paradise has been on the list for a couple of years. There you
See. What does that say?
go. Okay. Bell
That
end.
says you could cut that shit off and
What does
pick it out of the
bellend
movie.
mean? Is that like a very British sort of swear?
Peter, tell him what a bellend is.
Nah, I'll give you because you call him his baldness. So you go ahead.
I did call you his
Wow.
It's bellend, which is
Like a
about
horse's ass?
No,
No, like a
front.
your-
Front.
Really?
The end, shaped like a bell.
Really?
Think
You
about
call
it
me
for a
the
little
like you call me like a dick tip? A tip of a dick?
Oh my
Whoa, whoa.
That's a very specific bell end. I'm gonna use that. Don't
very
be such a bell end. That's a very like I guess I've heard calling people a dick. I get that one, but like no, you're not a whole dick, my friend.
You're a bellend.
Yeah.
You're not even the whole shebang.
I would say that
But
you're a
will his
niggle.
baldness send me a link?
I would say you're a niggle.
What's that?
That's an annoying friend.
What?
That's right. It is.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
term
Say
for
that
annoying
3
friend.
times fast in a row.
Nope.
Oh,
I've fallen into that trap.
say it. That's my Christmas gift. Say it 3 times.
Nope. I will not because I feel like it's one of those you say it 3 times fast and I don't know. So somebody appears in front of you and immediately starts to
And pinches your bell end.
Yeah.
That's going to be one of the show notes.
You say
Bullshit
it 3
and
times
bell
fast
end.
and the cancel fairy shows up.
Oh,
Ah.
bell end.
And
There
the
you
cancel fairy is that black guy that they paid $1 to go back on the bus because they didn't want any
Yes,
black
yeah.
counselors.
They paid him $1 to do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So
I can't believe
Trapped in
you
Paradise.
turned down Night of the Hunter.
can I in my defense
You have no defense. You have
Yes,
none.
I do.
No.
Wait till. Oh well, hold on. You might want to be careful. You say the words that are coming out of your face right now, my friend, because I get to throw down this card, and it's gonna feel so good when I do.
What's the card?
The card I'm throwing down is the guy who directed this movie wrote Your Beloved Bad Boys.
I don't give
Yes,
a
he
shit.
did.
That's not enough.
Yeah, and he
Not
should have
enough.
he should have stuck to writing because he was better at that.
That is not a
Didn't he
good
write
excuse.
Midnight Run as well?
Yeah, that movie didn't hold up for me. If I remember, we covered that a long time
Which
ago.
one?
Wait,
Midnight
which one?
Run.
Yeah, we did.
No,
Yeah,
that
he-
wasn't-
yeah.
Yeah, I
That
remember I
one-
didn't like it. Like I like.
It
I
wasn't
love
good.
that movie.
It
Have
wasn't
you watched
good.
it, Mags? When was the last time you watched it?
Not for years.
That's what I
Not
mean.
for
So like
years.
I had seen it
It's
in
not good.
years, and I
It
loved
has it has scenes in it that are good, but
Yeah, but I just remember it
overall,
not
it's-
working.
Yeah, no, I
It didn't.
think
It
you're-
didn't work.
Nope.
No.
It just didn't work.
But so the guy who wrote Bad Boys and directed this movie also wrote this movie. I just want to point that out.
And Bad Boys was good. This was not. I
Was
mean,
it
what
though?
if
Was Bad Boys really good?
you shut
Well, and
your
yeah,
mouth?
yeah. Well, he didn't just write Bad Boys. He wrote
You
2,
shut
3,
your
2,
mouth.
I think. So
He
I
wrote
think
all
he's
of them,
involved
so
with-
we have
yeah,
we have
I
him to
think
blame for
No,
all of the
listen.
Bad Boys movies.
All of them were good before he married Jada Pinkett. They were all good.
That's what did it. That's what made it
Oh
happen.
boy.
Is that how it's okay to like Tom Cruise movies before he was a Scientologist?
There you go.
No, I like him when
There
he
you
is.
go.
I don't care.
No, I do too. But I feel so. I have Tom Cruise guilt about liking it. Like,
I
liking
feel
his
none.
movies.
I don't. I feel guilt for nothing. It's wonderful. You should try it.
Yeah.
I feel guilt for things that are actually bad. That's not bad.
Like
Far and away.
Like every time I
Yes,
do this show
Firpo.
with you guys, that's what I have guilt for.
What?
All right, so back to this masterpiece,
Mm,
Trapped in Paradise. Let's go back to the nuance. So Nicolas Cage's character is set up as being. I'm confused on this point, so maybe you guys can clarify for me.
he's
Well,
on the right path.
He is he's set up as being like almost like he's like the goody two shoes of the family. He does it. He's trying to walk the straight and narrow. He's got a good job. He's trying to do it, but his 2 brothers are screw ups and they've been in jail. And his mom.
what's his job again? I forgot.
I think it's like a maitre
Restaurant
d.
manager.
Yeah, he was a restaurant.
manager.
Oh, restaurant manager. That's what it was.
Yep.
Oh, and he still has a car like that?
Yeah, a little weird. You think you would?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
He's saving up to something.
Are they in New York too? Right? Weren't they in New York?
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
if you were a manager of a high end restaurant in New York, you'd make enough money.
Manhattan restaurant.
Yeah. I feel like you probably make enough money to afford a better car than that.
Think about having the two brothers that he would be screwed up. I mean, having those two.
No, he would.
But
Peter, and I want you to see if you can explain this to me. So here's the deal. I get the idea that he takes them under the lie that this woman might need their help, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? I get all that. They con him, which, by the way, it is the most obvious con. Like, your brothers are full of crap and are con.
Yes.
Yeah, but the mom gives him the look.
Yeah, and you fall for that. I was like, wow, she's such a dumb person. But all they had to do to make Nicolas Cage's character, it makes sense for him to do the bank robbery, is have those mafia. I understand the whole point is they do the bank robbery, and that's what makes the mafia guys come after him. I get that. But if they had put his mom in danger earlier on, so that his motivation is to save her, that I buy. I didn't get, and I know they set that whole thing up at the beginning. He gets the wallet, and he's so conflicted. Oh, there's $800 in it. Should I give it back? But he does give it back, right? He's a good person at the end of the day. So it's weird to me that he goes with them. They con him to go. It's obvious it's a con. He goes, and he ends up very easily being convinced to rob a bank.
I think it's because the bank is, it's just like basically a walk-in closet to steal.
I get that, Peter.
So I think he just falls.
Peter, here's the Peter. Peter, somebody with what's called a moral compass, it doesn't matter if bags of money are sitting right there and there's nobody around. Character is what you do when nobody else is looking, my friend. So the idea is like, it's not his fault that it's so easy to rob.
But hold on. What I misremembered this movie. I had thought
Mag's face right now.
I had thought that he was also an ex-con. I thought they all were.
Yeah. I think they're all full-time crooks.
I got the impression that he was an ex-con.
I think so. He was so desperately trying to keep himself from going back to that. But they never established that.
No, because if he was an ex-con, he wouldn't have been working at that Manhattan.
No, he wouldn't have. He would have got that job. Nope.
No, they didn't think this movie through.
No, they did, because all right, Pete, so Daryl, let's play a Monday morning quarterback here.
Yes.
And Mags, please jump in on this and tell me to shut up at any point.
And Peter, you shut up. Nobody wants to hear you. You like this movie.
I didn't say I didn't like it, Peter. You're not 100% alone. You're kind of alone, but you're not 100%. So I guess I'm just trying to work through some issues with this movie. So if he had been an ex-con, which we all are assuming he was, which would explain a lot, all they had to do was have him still trying to walk the straight and narrow. Like maybe he's working construction, right? He's doing a job that's more blue collar, but he's still trying to do the right thing, and he's torn and he's desperate, and maybe his mom is going to lose her place because of all these bad choices, right? That would then be a motivator for him,
right,
to do what he's got to do. It doesn't seem like it's that hard to come up with.
Yeah, no, you're right. There wasn't enough motivation for him. I was really confused. There were many emotions. I'm going to go with confusion as the best articulation of that.
Yeah.
When you have him getting the wallet at the beginning and you start, going through it, and you're like, okay, so that's when you kind of go, oh, he's the next one. But then he's so well dressed.
Yeah.
Well dressed. He doesn't look good, but he's got decent clothes on for that time. And then he gets into that shitty car, and that's when it started to lose me, because this isn't making sense. So I think if he was a bit more blue collar, it totally would have
it would make sense. It would make sense.
And let's be frank, let's just all say it, at least for me, he would have been immediately more likable. Like, they would have been more he's this guy, he's down on his luck.
You know what you could have did? You could have had him be an ex-con, but he hasn't been to jail in a minute, and he pickpocketed that dude, but then when he realized the dude had a family, he goes back and gives the wallet back.
He's got a code. He has a code. He's got a code.
You writing this down so we can send it to George Gallo and tell him how his film would have been better?
Exactly.
That would have made him way more likable.
I think he would have taken them. I had the guy not had pictures in the wallet with a family and dog and a cat. He would have stolen the cat.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I love my pets. I don't have pictures of my pets.
No.
I have pictures of my pets on my phone, but
it's on my phone, but not in my wallet.
No. Yeah. Now, to be fair, it's 1994, which is like the equivalent.
I wouldn't have had. I had a dog back then. I didn't put. I didn't have pictures of them.
I've had many dogs, and I've never had a picture of them in my wallet.
I tattooed it on my belly. No, I'm just kidding.
What?
Yes, you did.
That sounded like I tattooed it on my bell end. I meant belly.
Wow.
Sorry.
I've heard of a Prince Albert, but my God.
He did that too. He did that.
You know, the thing that hides the six pack.
Yes.
The non-existent.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so back to the importance of the characterization of this film.
Oh.
Why are you wording it like that? I
really feel like there was potential. There was
yes, yeah. I agree.
Peter, it's because we're here. He always gets like this. When there's two Europeans on the call, he gets very like intense, and also I'm still furious at you that we couldn't do Night of the Hunter.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
It's still
and hold on, I want to say something to Peter. Feel bullied because I'm bullying you. Yes,
I feel he wants you to. You know.
I want you to know.
Normally,
that.
people would say, "Do you feel safe, Peter?" He wants you to feel the opposite.
No, there's no safe for anybody that likes this movie. There's no safe for this. No.
There's no safe.
No
space
safe
for you, Peter.
No.
Am I supposed to be afraid?
No, not at all. So here's the dealio.
You're a giant.
You guys, I haven't seen this one in forever, but do you remember It Could Happen to You with him and Bridget Fonda?
I like that.
I do remember that.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think there's a good example of what we're talking about, right? If ever he's like, is he like just a regular cop and she's a waitress?
Right. There
and
you
he
go.
does this really noble thing, and it's like he's likable, and also I don't remember what his character was in Honeymoon in Vegas, but I also remember liking that movie, despite the fact.
Yeah.
Oh, really? It's got you guys love interest from Sex in the City, and it's her.
Oh, because you know what? I was mixing it up with the one where he got drunk and
Leaving Las Vegas. Yeah, that's a great comedy for you, Daryl.
I love. Yeah. That's a great
That
comedy.
is hilarious. How he drinks himself
Listen,
to death.
We've actually done a whole bunch of Nicolas Cage movies.
Like what?
Valley Girl.
Okay.
We did The Rock.
Okay.
We've done Con Air.
Okay.
We've done Racing with the Moon.
Well, hold on, pause. Mags, did you just make a face at Con Air?
No, I love Con Air.
Oh, okay, good. Okay, I thought so.
No,
like,
the
I
other
thought you made like
one.
and I was like, whoa.
I was going. No, I love The Rock. I love Con Air.
Okay. All right.
Racing
I
with the
don't
Moon.
love the Wicker Man. I don't love the Wicker Man.
Oh, the Wicker Man's hilarious. That is amazing.
Or when he just NFL tackles that lady.
Yes, Nicolas Cage. Yes, it's amazing.
You see what I'm working with? You see the two that I'm working with right now?
Nicolas Cage, to me, is this wonderfully quirky, eccentric actor who requires a director that can tell him no, or at the very least,
you don't like Crazy Nick Cage,
or could the very least say, all right, tell you what, Nick, you give me this the way I'm asking for it, and then I will give you a take where you can go as crazy as you want to.
Do you know one of the things I was thinking of when I watched this? I was trying to be charitable because trying. Yeah, but he was very like there were some moments where he's very, very Nick Cage, and he's very sort of put the bunny back in the box, not the bees. But I was trying to remember in '94 if I knew if he did that kind of craziness. And it's like if I've been watching in '94, so I basically tried to Scrooge myself with it. So it's like, what would past me think? What does present me think? What will future me think?
Yes.
And I don't think in '94 he kind of had that craziness that we now know that he will bring.
Yes, he did, but it wasn't as obvious. And here's what I'll say: like, you remember the movie Vampire's Kiss, where he ate like a real life, but that was like a kind of a low budget, lesser known movie. So, like mainstream wise, you would be correct. By
now, he gets hired for that now.
Yes. Let's
see. In '94, he released four movies were released that he starred in. Red Rock West, which I kind of like.
Okay, yeah, the John Dahl film.
Guarding Tess.
I like Guarding Tess. With Shirley MacLaine.
Exactly.
Yep.
And It Could Happen to You.
Which I love. I remember a lot.
Really
Out of all of them,
and this one.
Out of all of them, and you know what's funny? Red Rock West, I remember, and I feel like because that was it wasn't John Dahl, the director of that, DAHL. It was meant to be like a noir, kind of a modern day noir.
I like that one.
I had this, I don't remember it well enough I feel like I saw it, but I don't remember it that well. But out of all of those, I know It Could Happen to You was probably my favorite one because I remember really loving that movie a lot.
Nicolas Cage can do subdued or normal. I do quotation fingers, or he can just be let loose and be up there.
Yeah.
He came out
Ghost
a little
Rider.
bit in this movie. There's a little craziness in this movie.
Oh yeah. He always does like these moves, like this weird body language thing.
And the weird pauses when he's talking to
Jon Lovitz. There were scenes with Jon Lovitz where it almost brought out crazy Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
Wouldn't the Jon Lovitz character? Wouldn't you have been crazy?
Listen, the things I've heard of Jon Lovitz, he would in real life make you go a little crazy.
I think Jon Lovitz is hilarious.
He is. He would still make you crazy.
I don't want. Here's the key. I don't want to hang out with bollocks. I don't want to hang out with any. Here's the thing. Vast majority of celebrities and such, they might be wonderful or not wonderful people in real life. I don't care. That's not why I don't care. I don't want to know them. I've got friends. I don't care about that. Do you make me laugh? Do you entertain? Huh? How do I have? I don't know. I can't explain it. There's no explanation for why I have friends or family. But no, I to me, Jon Lovitz will always be amazing for his Saturday Night Live work. Don't forget Hanukkah Harry and the compulsive liar character. Also, do not forget him for the Tales of Crypt episode, which is amazing if you've never seen that one. And The Critic, that animated film show was fantastic. Yeah, I hated it. And
I watched that.
Also,
I think
wait, the best, High School High. You remember High School High?
With Redman and Method Man.
No.
What? That's High School High.
No, it's not. Redman, they aren't in that.
Yes, they were.
It's got Mekhi Phifer in it, dude. That's the one there. It's like the parody of all those like Dangerous Minds, white savior movies.
Let me look it up. I'm
Are they both?
I'm gonna look.
You're thinking of How High. You're thinking of How High. That's what you're thinking of.
You're also forgetting his classic work in 2 episodes of Friends.
Oh, that's right. He was on Friends.
I didn't watch Friends like
but
that.
I do believe I messaged you, Joel, going, how does Jon Lovitz have a career?
I know. I saw that. I chose
Saturday Night Live.
I chose to ignore the snark.
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. It had Tia Carrere in it too.
Yep.
Okay,
it's one of those Naked Gun, Hot Shots kind of movies where they're making fun.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but it is fun. Like we watch it like we actually showed my kids several of that year. We showed them like The Principal with Jim Belushi and Louis Gossett Jr.
I like that.
I love that movie. I love that movie. And then we showed them Dangerous Minds, and then what was the other one? And then we showed them High School High.
Dangerous Minds cracks me up.
It's so good. It's based on a true story, Daryl.
Yeah, I love it.
Based on a true story.
I have a friend of mine who started teaching. She was teaching for a while, and she has a leather jacket. Every day I would tell her, I said, wear your leather jacket.
Yes.
So you can.
That's how the street toughs know you mean business.
But her school was like a art school.
Kindergarten.
There were no toughs in there.
I actually taught at like a school that had like a gang issue at one point. And I feel like Michelle Pfeiffer would probably not.
Did you come in and you came in?
No, it was mostly Hispanic gangs. And what I learned is very early on, if you figure out who the kids are that are sort of, let's just say, in charge of stuff, and you treat them with a modicum of respect, they respect you and they kind of keep everything in line for you.
Or you give them a couple dollars every week.
I did.
Like under.
What Mags? Mags what? Mags wants to speak.
I've got the speaking pen.
Yes, do it.
There's a film like The Principal. I can't remember which one it is. There's a film like The Principal. But it's got Ernie Hudson in it as a slightly corrupt head teacher. Do you know?
It's not Lean
On. I do remember. No.
Yeah.
No, I remember what you're talking about.
Substitute, Lean On Me, 187. I'm trying to think of that whole subgenre.
It's not the Jim Belushi one, right?
It's not The Principal. No, Ernie Hudson's not in that. I remember Ernie Hudson was in that.
Which is the one with Ernie Hudson?
Like the substitute. There's the
substitute. There's like 4 substitute movies. So
but there's one where he's a corrupt head teacher. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert. But
I don't remember that.
There's one, The Substitute with Tom Berenger.
The Tom Berenger, and then Treat Williams took over for Berenger at some point. I remember that.
Yep.
I feel like that's familiar, the idea of Ernie Hudson playing a bad guy like that, but I don't remember.
Okay, let's do it.
I don't remember what that would be.
But that was good because I like films like that where you kind of got troubled Makes me feel very safe in my little cottage.
Your cottage in the British countryside. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's go back.
It is.
Is everyone looking this up?
No, I'm not. I'm just sitting here.
I am. Yes, we're all looking on our phones.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is how you know the movie we're covering is not beloved, because this is what happens. We spend.
I will get back to what you said. It had potential.
No,
that's
what
kind
I
of
saying, Peter.
That's the frustrating thing.
Peter, I didn't know. I can't remember if it was you or Mags. One of you guys said the thing about the director was let Nicolas Cage just direct, apparently. And I feel like that type of, like, that's what this movie feels like to me. Now that I know that little bit of information, it feels very disjointed and like it didn't have a clear vision of where it was going and what it would do.
Yeah,
like, for instance,
yeah.
I always imagined maybe the original script did have Nick Cage as a clear-cut ex-con, working a blue-collar job, driving that car. Because the apartment, I presume he lives with his mom, right? Is that the implication? I don't know if they ever clearly stated that.
I don't know. I didn't think he lived with her, but maybe
they didn't ever show him living by himself.
No, they never showed anything.
So I always could see, like, the original character was this guy who wore a lot of denim, and you would, he was working with his hands. And then Nick Cage comes and says, you know what I really see? I see this guy being like a restaurant manager in Manhattan. And Gallo's like, oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting idea. Okay, but can we keep his car and the fact that this was his mom and the fact that he still has a penchant for stealing?
Yeah. So there's two things. First thing, it was the substitute I was thinking of.
Oh, it was. Okay.
Okay.
Substitute. Second thing,
It's
all of what you just said. A more famous film where the director was shit and one of the actors stepped in to direct it. Tombstone, far better. So it's like
hold on. Which actor stepped in?
Allegedly, Kurt Russell.
There it is. That's why, because he's awesome. That's why.
I love Tombstone.
Snake effing Plissken.
And what's the best part about that movie? Val Kilmer.
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, completely.
I love that one. He is.
That's another one. Full disclosure: when I originally saw it, didn't like it that much.
Oh, you're weird.
It's weird. I know what you mean, because I watched it again recently. I think after I'd watched the Val Kilmer documentary.
Yeah,
which was brilliant.
It's great.
I watched Tombstone again because I like it's got a lot of actors that I like.
Yeah.
You can just go through and tick everybody off because it's got so many people. But so after. I think it didn't get publicized until after Costa Gavras had died that Kurt Russell had stepped in and sort of was basically the de facto director.
Really?
And was sort of planning all the shots and doing it. But he'd see that wasn't going to become common knowledge until after the director
passed it. They had an agreement.
I think so. I guess so.
Yeah. Which, by the way, makes me question the whole like Tobe Hooper Spielberg thing with Poltergeist. Like, obviously, God rest his soul, Tobe Hooper passed, and that never came out officially. It's always, I feel like it's that I think Spielberg had a heavy hand. I don't think he necessarily directed the movie. So now that we have to go down that road.
I haven't seen Poltergeist for a long time, but I still think of Poltergeist as being a Spielberg movie.
Yeah, it looks and feels like a Spielberg movie, very much so. But so does Gremlins, and we know Joe Dante directed that one. So but I guess though Gremlins does feel more like a Dante movie when you really like put it up against like The Howling and some of the other ones.
I think of Gremlins as I don't think of Gremlins as a.
It's I don't know. There's something about it. Spielberg's influence, even when he was producing at that time, it was so like anything his name was connected to just had that Spielbergian vibe. But back to Tombstone. My thing I remember disliking about Tombstone was I wasn't that big into Westerns at that time. I've gotten more into them as I got older. But B is the fact that I remember there's like a scene, like a romantic scene where the two characters have like a picnic. And I remember feeling like it took forever. I was like, all right, let's get to the shootout now. I remember that annoying the crap. That's the only thing I remember. So I need to revisit it.
The shootout in real life took a couple of seconds.
Wow.
Oh, in real life, it wasn't that long? In my memory, it's like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, but the shootout in real life.
Oh, in real life. I think that scene. Okay.
Yeah. Slow motion does a lot.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so back to Trapped in Paradise. So we established the character doesn't really make any sense. So I will say this, Peter. I know you want to gush on this amazing movie. That's probably your favorite movie.
Well,
son of a bitch. Son of a bitch.
Now, but okay.
I just want to say I did chuckle at the ridiculousness of the scene where they go to the restaurant and realize they have to escort everybody back over. That is like as a bit is a funny idea. Again, I don't know how well it was ultimately executed. I chuckled. I guffaw. I mean, more like like that. I didn't like laugh. Like I think
it's a bank robbery getting more and more complicated as time goes by.
But weirdly, they're all very. Even Jon Lovitz, like all the characters during the bank robbery, I the only one thought they were super aggressive. It wasn't like it's a comedy. You think it would be lighter, and it was like they were super like violent. Like they were. I was like,
yeah. I thought that they would be like, I thought that they would get into a back and forth, like
it'd be goofier. It'd be goofier. What, Maggie?
But also, no. It had the classic 1990s heist caper music underneath it.
Yes, it did.
And it was really annoying.
Okay.
It was like,
and when they pistol whipped that old lady, I was like,
the butt of the shotgun, crack right in the forehead, forehead,
and then
drops her like a bag of potatoes.
When he kicked that 80-year-old man down the stairs, I was like,
but you know what, Daryl? In his defense, he was trying to make a point, and people
he did because that's why he shot the guy twice as he was falling down the stairs.
That's true.
I remember that.
That's true.
Remember that.
Well, they got his point and they stopped. Everyone
backed off. That's true.
No, would you say they got his bell end?
I don't know how that applies.
You son of a bitch.
I want to point out, I may have picked out of the two movies, but Peter presented them, and he knows. He should at this point know you don't present two choices. What
angered me as I watched it was that I knew motherfucking Peter would like this movie. The more I watched it and the worse it got. I said, I know this son of a bitch is going to defend this movie.
That you love. You love the Peter.
To a certain degree.
You know what? I'm going to shut up.
Again, I'm going to,
Peter, defend your love for this movie.
Like you said, it's
terrible.
There's missing something, and it is. I mean, at least 15, 20 minutes too long. Because that whole when they're trying to get out of town, that could have been shortened and established better.
I think it's an hour and 50 minutes too long. But
yes, we know. Yes. But other than that, I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, I switched the brain off fairly quickly.
That's like saying, you know what? The meat was spoiled. The potatoes were cold.
You can scrape the gravy off.
The gravy was nasty. But other than that,
it was free.
It was a good meal. It was really good.
Oh,
you can't spoil what's already rotten, Daryl.
Once I picked out the roaches in the gravy, it was fine. It's fine.
So, Daryl, you were not at all moved that they saved the horse?
No, fuck the horse, man.
Merlin? Or the fact that the FBI agent looked at the
forgot about the horse
dog?
part. I actually did a little gasp. When the horse fell in the water, I went like, oh.
The horse is fine.
I know the horse is technically fine, but it's still scary.
You know what? The only part.
Were you actually worried about the horse, or were you having a very post-traumatic flashback to Never-Ending Story?
I think that's what it was.
We all did.
Could have been that. I didn't think about it. I have suppressed and pushed down the feelings and thoughts about that. That might have been it.
Sure?
But whenever I see an animal in danger, it's like I like animals. I'm sorry, Daryl. I like
animals too, but I told myself that there's not really going to put
aggressiveness.
Yeah.
Even when a story isn't 100% great, I get into it enough that I can, have that moment.
So you even like Tripod in this one, the three-legged dog.
Oh yeah,
I like the way when they shoot the hell out of the house, the bank manager's house with tear gas and everything, and they come in with gas masks, and Richard Jenkins' character when they see the dog limping out, they look at each other.
Did we do that?
Did we do that?
Yeah, we didn't do that, did we?
That was semi. I smiled a little bit from being horrified. I did.
You kind of smirked a little bit there.
But
you know what?
Imagine Daryl sat there watching it with his arms crossed, like resolutely putting his face down.
I was watching it with my arms crossed. I totally was.
I will say though, on that point, on the tripod point, and him saying that, here's the reason why this movie tonally doesn't work though, is because that obviously that is a dog that has 3 legs. That it's long since, like, he says it seriously. Like, he doesn't say it when it's like, oh, did we do
nuance.
That? But it's like, but I mean, it weirdly feels like he's asking the question for real, which makes him stupid. Like, obviously, the dog's leg didn't get blown up by you guys and then heel.
They were all dumb. What are you talking about?
You just kind of get to the point that, like, they have even the actors. I really like Richard Jenkins.
Oh, he's a great actor.
Yes.
He's a fantastic actor.
Fantastic. But you kind of get to, you go, they've probably got to however long the shoot was. They would have done. They got to a certain point. They were like, yeah, we do not give a shit now.
No,
and we're just gonna, they're like, no, let's just.
Well, that's
but
not
there
very
was a
professional, Mags. That's not very professional.
Hold on, there's one part though that did kinda touch my
when the horse almost
heart.
died. When the horse almost died.
Dummy, no. Richard Jenkins, he sits down in the chair and he tells the 3 of them to come close, right?
Yeah,
But it was like he was in a different movie because when he said to them what he said, it was almost like he had because he's a good actor, but it almost sounds like he was going to cry a little bit, like the way he was saying to them, please stop ruining your life. Like it was just such. That's when it was a little serious. It got a little serious. I was like, wow, what movie are you in? And I want to watch that movie.
Yeah. And also, I think he was kind of saying, stop ruining my life, because they were making his life shit on Christmas.
Well, I think it's that. And I think when you get tired of watching someone just fuck up all the time, you just get so tired. And that's what he felt like he was saying. Like, would you just...
What Dad was trying to say, Joel, is that this is an intervention for you.
Oh,
yes.
That makes sense now. I love that we use Trapped in Paradise as my intervention movie.
Daryl's going to like this little tidbit then.
What?
Jon Lovitz claimed that the cast hated making the movie so much they took to calling it Trapped in Bullshit.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's
a pretty good line.
And Joel, I need you to stop picking bad movies when you have 2 choices.
In my defense, Daryl,
I
last saw this movie literally almost 30 years ago to the day,
think
right?
He chose it because we did a serious movie before this.
Don't forget that he picked Day of the Dolphin over another movie.
What was the other movie? I don't even remember. What was the other movie?
I don't even remember. I was so angry when I found out that you picked this one. And the guest didn't even want to do this movie. That was not the guest pick.
Yeah, true.
He blamed it on the guest.
I didn't blame it on Dave.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
I said I gave Dave an option.
Shut up.
And he asked my opinion. And I said,
Peter, did he or did he not put it on the guest when we did Day of the Dolphin when I yelled at him about this movie?
Yeah, I think at first he did, yeah.
Yes, exactly. You son of a bitch. Don't tell me. I know. I was there.
This one, on the other hand, is kind of on me. Because I kind of knew he was going to pick this.
See, Peter knows me well enough now. He knows how to control me. I'm like if I was the director and he was the producer, he knows to tell the director just he wants him to choose this thing, so he gives me this other thing that he knows this is smart, quality and good. Joel will never pick that.
What I think the 2 of you did was you're like, what movie would make Daryl mad?
Yes. It makes for good radio and video.
In fairness, Daryl, that could be most movies.
That's true.
Fair enough.
That is true.
I think we could have chosen other ones that are even worse.
Don't forget, Daryl. We have to eventually cover Munchies. Yes,
we already
Maggie,
did.
I have a replica Munchie. I'm gonna time. Daryl. Arnold
wants
to say hi.
No.
Arnold saying hi, Daryl.
We need to cover Forrest Gump so I can destroy you.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Except we won't, because dude, that movie's sad, dude. Jenny dies.
So?
And she dies of.
They all should have died.
And then when you put two and two together, that she then had sex with Forrest, which means she probably gave it to him, and then the kid has it. Like, that is a sad movie, dude.
I would celebrate it at the death at the end of the movie.
I thought you were going to say she gave him pity.
Mags, notice.
I celebrate it.
Wow, this got dark so fast.
I hate that fucking movie so much. I would celebrate it. I would sit there and I would go, "Run now, Forrest," while he's in the ground, while he's sitting there at his grave. Run now.
Daryl would lean over the freshly buried body. Go.
Yeah.
Run, Forrest.
Run, Forrest. Run, Forrest. That's what I would do. That'd be the end of the movie.
The only captain you are now is a worm boat captain, Forrest.
Fucker.
Worm.
Fucker.
Wow. So Trapped in Paradise.
Richard Jenkins. Have anyone seen Flirting with Disaster?
Yes.
The Ben Stiller movie, right? Ben Stiller.
I like that one.
I think he directed it, didn't he? Didn't Ben Stiller?
You know what? Let me stop you. I know why you like that one, because Patricia Arquette. It was boobed out. Is that how you like that?
No, I like the Richard Jenkins character actually.
You dirty old man.
Richard Jenkins was absolutely glorious in Shape of Water.
Yeah.
I did not watch that
I
movie.
saw that.
So much.
I liked it. Okay, hold on.
Couldn't do it.
I liked it. I liked that movie.
I couldn't do it.
But here's the problem.
What?
I went in thinking horror movie with a romantic angle, and I got a big time romantic movie that technically has a monster in it. So by default, people are calling it horror. I'm like,
if we ain't getting a whole hour of fish fucking, I don't want to see.
That's going in the show notes. An hour of fish fucking.
Oh my god! Wow. You got quite a bit though, Daryl. You did get quite a bit. You did get quite a bit of that.
Oh, if we ain't getting tuna fish sex, I don't want it.
Oh my god, there's so many directions we could go with this, but I'm not going to do it. Okay. So Peter just left. Wow, you finally.
Oh my god!
Wow. He's gonna come back.
Because he freeze frames, he like leaned forward or something to cough. He's just out of the shot. It's like he just got up and left. That was amazing.
That's the movie I would make. That's how I would do it.
All right. I think the important question that has to be asked
is no, it doesn't.
Talk about Richard
Jenkins? Sorry, not that one. Does it still hold up for you?
No.
Daryl?
It never held up. This movie was bad in the beginning. It was always bad. The old actors didn't want to like this. Even the people that got paid.
About Madchen Emick. We didn't get to talk about her at all.
Oh, you know what? Oh, I wrote that down. Oh, and Madchen Emick is a babe. She always was, and she aged beautifully.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, she had one good scene when she teared up without talking, and the tear came down.
Yeah.
Yes.
Again, I was like, you're at a different movie.
Yeah.
You're acting.
Her character, by the way, was super weird, not because of her, but because they obviously she needed to actually be the daughter of the mafia guy. I didn't get that.
None of it made sense.
Instead of having 20 minutes of them trying to get out of town, kind of establish some of the characters, which is the gripe I have with it. I like the movie, but there's still
and then I thought
pieces.
I thought she moved in with them. I was like, why would she have to move in with them?
They're upstairs. Well, I don't know. She maybe.
Why would she need?
Yeah. By the way,
though?
how weird is that? Somebody's like renting a room in your house that you call her her name plus upstairs. Which, by the way, would make more sense if you were renting a room to another Sarah who lived downstairs. Exactly. But Sarah upstairs just seems.
I don't understand.
Weird. Like
I think it was they were trying to. It was like they were. So the whole thing where they're all lovely and that like everybody in the town is so wonderful and it's paradise. Yeah. They're just trying to shoehorn in the quirkiness and the cuteness.
Yeah.
And they're just like getting that thing.
Which, having lived in small towns, that is called BS.
Yes.
That is not reality.
Did you notice that when they had the hostage situation, They did a terrible cut where she says, "Dad, would you cut it out?" And they totally, and it was off camera.
Yeah,
her saying it.
Yeah, I heard that.
I was like, "What the hell just happened?" And then that's how bad it was that they were like, "Fuck it, we don't even care. Let's just get this movie done.
We don't need
even
coverage.
care."
We'll add her voice in later
because we never got a
scene.
We never got a scene in the movie where she explains why she left and went to this fucking town.
No, but
none of it.
But she goes to Donald Moffat, who was amazing, the old guy, the bank manager. Love him.
Yeah.
But
the thing, he was like,
I'm sorry I lied. Sorry I lied. And it's like,
what?
None of it makes sense.
Matter. You live upstairs. That's okay.
Yeah. Why is it a lie to move? You don't have to tell them where you came from. You're moving in. You're renting a room upstairs.
I know Peter knows this, but what was Donald Moffat in?
Well, you said the thing.
Okay. I didn't know if anybody heard me.
Yeah, you already gave yourself away.
Okay. Well, yeah, and also let's see what else.
He's been on a lot of stuff.
He's like quintessential old guy. He's British.
Is he really?
That's why he took. That's why he took the job.
Wow, the way Joel said that,
I can see that. No. And there's some people you hear the accent like you weren't used to it. You're like, whoa, what?
No, Maggie was also in right stuff. Maggie, what he was really saying was that you Brits take all the jobs.
No, that's because they're better actors. That's why.
You take all the jobs.
Sorry, they are. Brits are better actors.
I didn't argue with you.
Yeah.
I didn't argue with you on that.
Give me. I never want an American playing like an iconic British character like James Bond or something. But I am all about like a British.
I do know one great American actress. She was my ex-wife because she acted nice and not crazy.
Oh, well played, sir.
Maggie,
did this movie hold up for you by chance?
Do you know what? I actually on my page of notes, I have many things scribbled down, including Joel's a bastard. But I tried to think like because I only saw it for the first time. It's like, okay, would I have liked this in 1994? And I don't think I would.
No.
I didn't. I'm legit telling you, I was 18. I was 18 when this movie came out, and an 18-year-old me with the woman that would become my wife walked out of him and like,
Wait, you were dating when you were 18?
I met her when I was 17 on a blind date, dude.
Oh my god, I didn't know you were that young when you met her on the blind date.
Hey, September 11th, 1993. So this year was our 30th anniversary of meeting on a blind date.
God damn, son. You people are like
weird,
like the unicorns. You're like
weird.
Unicorns.
We're weird. We're weird. No, I know I'm weird. I got it.
You're like a unicorn. You're like the fourth person I know like that. So it's not like
you know a lot of
unicorns out there. I do. Yeah. Well, I'm a magical Negro, so I'm surrounded by unicorns. That's what I am.
Yeah. Daryl's here to give us his wisdom.
Yeah, I do. Listen, I'm a white person whisperer. I make white people feel better all the time. I've done it multiple times. That's what I do.
I don't want you doing that though. I like it better when you play the guilt card. I think it's fun.
Well, you need me to do it to you to make you feel better.
I need to tough it up, and I needed that.
Well, that's why I do that. I adjust to what you need because I'm magical. I knew that you needed that. See, that's what we do.
What's sad is how much truth there is in that.
Yeah. True. Let me tell you, true story. This happened Thursday. No, it happened Friday. We're recording on Sunday, right? We're in a store. Me and my friend are there, and then her daughter, and we're bickering with each other just playfully, right? And then her daughter asked, "Which card should I pick?" And I picked one, and she picked the other, right? And then she asked another woman who happened to be black, and guess what she picked? What? My card. And then I said, "That's because The Shining." She mentally asked me which one to pick.
The Shining.
And then I shared with her in The Shining which one I picked, and that's why she picked mine.
Hey, to be fair, it's not just you. Also, little creepy white boys have that magical ability.
Well, that's a different magical power, and I don't like that. That's some scary shit that they got. Like that's some different.
Creepy. Yours is actually like comfortable and safe. Yeah. Theirs is creepy and
white people.
Magical Negro power is defensive. We don't attack. We're defensive.
Yeah,
like,
I get it.
Magical.
Max is like, why am I on this effing show?
Creepy. It's the rules. It's the rules of the. It's the rules. It's the rules of the game. I didn't make the rules. It is what it is. Yeah. Creepy children magic. They attack you. Like that's
true.
Different.
That's true.
I want this movie actually. With Daryl with the magical powers.
Explain the rules.
Battling white kids.
Mags, go Mags.
What's the film with James Remar where all the gangs are coming together?
Warriors,
yeah. They should do Warriors, but it should be like the magical Negroes and the creepy.
All the tropes.
Yes.
All the tropes.
Yes.
All the tropes.
Yes.
Yes. That's exactly what
I would watch that.
Then it's a gang. And then there's a gang of all
Karens.
The white.
There's a gang of Karens.
No. Hold on. There's a gang of all the white women that survived the one white woman that survives the horror movies. That's a gang. Like they're all together in the
Final girls.
Yes. I would love this movie.
That would be a great movie. That'd be hilarious.
Oh, I would love this movie.
Rewriting.
Yeah, I'm gonna make this movie. Yeah, we're gonna do it.
We're making it for a modern audience, Daryl.
That's make this movie. And then you'll have the abuelas because it'll be all the Spanish grandmothers,
the wise grandmothers.
We'll have the powers, the magical powers.
What about the wise East Asian granddads?
What was the name for that?
He doesn't have to be a great. He just has to be old and a shop owner. He just has to own some kind of eclectic shop. Yeah,
that's true.
And then you have all the kind of frustrated home wives waving dildos come into play.
What?
Wait, see, you're going too far.
Peter.
No,
you messed it up, Peter.
You have to have that line.
You horny Swedes. You horny Swedes.
He just made it Dogma 95. That's all he's done. You just made it very dogma.
You did.
Actually, they'll just be a group of horny Swedes.
It's pretty much.
Maybe I'm not Swedish, so I wouldn't know.
Pretty much.
I'll just be drinking Tuborg.
Whatever that is.
You do.
I like the Swedish chef, even though he's not my countryman.
Well, what do you call a cheese Danish in your Danish language? A cheese Danish. What do they call it in your language?
Aberration, Daryl. That's what they're called.
They're called what?
Non-existent.
What did you call it?
An aberration.
Oh, an aberration. Yeah.
Cheese Danishes are wonderful.
Yeah, they are good.
They're a wonderful pastry.
I'll eat a Dane. I'll eat a Danish.
Oh wow. Okay.
Let me eat that Danish cheese.
I've eaten 2 cheese Danes in my life in the same day in the morning.
Really? And weirdly, Peter was actually visiting with that.
And I like it in my coffee because I like it. I like it.
I'm
you like a little Danish cream in your coffee.
Listen, there are some very smelly Danish cheeses. So.
All of a sudden, Mags is reminded why she really doesn't like to be on too close together in episodes too close together. If we could go more like 5 to 7 years, guys.
What I love is this is a holiday episode. That's what I love.
Yeah, I know. This is our Christmas episode.
You know what? I did think of all the Christmas movies I could be watching instead.
Like
Bad Santa, Santa 2.
Yes.
Night of the Hunter.
I haven't watched it yet, but I've got Violent Night lined up, which I'm.
That's good. Violent Night is good.
The Toy 2. That's a good one. We could have brought. We could have covered that. That's a good one.
A little rich white boy. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see. Christmas cheer.
That's right.
Violent Night. In all seriousness, Violent Night. If you haven't seen it yet, Max, is actually very good.
Excellent.
It's ridiculous, over the top, but it is very good.
You're the second person today to tell me this.
Have you seen it yet?
No.
You'd love it. It's like
it wasn't even on my radar.
Die Hard and made it those Violet with Santa actually just, and it makes sense why he is the way he is.
Right. I forgot all about it.
It's good. It's a really good movie. I liked it a lot. It's fun.
I almost went to see that John Woo movie only because I actually felt like going to a movie theater for a change. Right.
Yeah.
Because I got I never go to movie theaters, but then I was like, I felt retired. Retired Daryl likes to go to the movies sometimes in a matinee, and this is what he does. He puts on a cool matching sweatsuit, right? Retired Daryl. There's a Five Guys across the street from the
You don't wear slippers out in public. You're not like one of those.
No. I wear sneakers. Oh, black people don't do that. We don't do that. That's too cool for that.
In the South, there's a lot of people that do.
I'm a Northerner.
In South London, they do.
We don't. Northerners, we don't.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
So I get like a double cheeseburger and fries from the Five Guys, right?
Nutrition.
Yeah. And I take that in the movie theater, and then I buy a drink from the movie theater.
But do you like bring like a bag and like
hide?
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah. That's what retired people do.
And by the way, everybody smells it. They know full well what you're doing.
Yeah. But they know better. Don't you fucking ask me anything.
Max.
A couple of months ago, I went to see Past Lives at one of my local cinemas. It's Korean American film. It's really, really beautiful, and it's like kind of art housey, and it was really nice. I get in there, and I sit down, and somebody sits down next to me, and they've brought in a burger from somewhere like Five Guys.
Yeah,
hold on, wait. Is it a fish and chips?
Sorry?
Is it a fish
and chips?
Ignore him. Pick a card, please. There you go.
Kitty cat. Oh, kitty cat. I was hoping you were gonna hold up a different C word that was more like that last one.
It's not on the cards.
Really? They didn't go that far? Oh, they're cowards.
So I was at kind of in, and it was so I'm in a independent movie theater, and we're going to watch kind of like a nice high-end film, and somebody sits down next to me, and it's packed. I'm right down the front. I got the last available ticket, so I'm right down the front, which is never my favorite place to be. But this person sits down in front of me, and they proceed to pull out a burger from their bag, the way Darryl was just describing, and it fucking stank. It was so they continued to eat it, even though it stinks. But
did they get that British Wendy's?
That British Wendy's.
They do have a Wendy's in over there.
Oh, they do, really?
In my next house, is Wendy's. But
I'm sorry.
They proceeded to eat this stinking burger. I mean, it really more offensive than that. They were eating really loudly.
Oh, like that.
Nice.
Oh my god!
I was there like, and I've never been more British in my life. So I'm sitting there glaring at this person.
Yes.
Wanting to cause a fuss, but not wanting to cause a fuss,
and
wanting to watch the film. So I did I was just like, I was like lost the first 5 minutes of the movie because I was so furious, and then I wrote a strongly worded email the next day.
Oh, strongly
worded.
Wow. I will say, or per our earlier discussion about feeling guilty about things, and one of the few things I actually do feel guilty about is how not only have we American culture like Wendy's and whatnot has been, transported to other parts of the world, and we have completely and utterly decimated the value of your own culture. But that type of behavior is 100% American. Like that right there is such a douchey American thing to do.
But I would never do that for that kind of movie.
That is weird. That is weird. That's why it's very American, actually.
Yeah.
I have this debate with my friends. There's a cinema chain over here. There's a movie chain where they bring you food. They'll do burgers and pizza. And
we got that.
They do not give a shit about when they bring it, and they're
middle of the
movie. That's here too. That's here too.
Please tell me it's a full butler coming in with it.
No, it's a waiter or a waitress.
Not quite.
They come in.
When I went to see, you go and see an action movie and you go, okay.
That's what I do it for. Yeah.
So I went to see Mission Impossible, the most recent Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
But it was, it's quite an expensive theatre chain. So you've got a certain caliber of audience. Just because they're rich, they're also wankers.
Right.
Not rich, but it's like they're paying for that higher ticket price.
The wankers.
And again, the guy next to me. So I've gone in. I've got a lovely glass of wine. That's I'd already eaten. I'm like, I've got a lovely glass of wine to watch Tom Cruise run about. It's
Fight
amazing.
AI, yes. Fight AI.
The guy next to me has a burger. He and his partner, they've got loads of food, and he not only did he eat really loudly, he ate his burger or his hot dog really, really loudly. I'm just like, and I was there with my hand over my ear like this, trying to stop it. But then he's finished his food, and I'm like, oh my God, thank God he's finished eating. I can concentrate on the movie. No, then he picks up his popcorn and ate popcorn loudly. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm actually looking at my wine glass, trying to work out if I can break off the stem and stab him.
Damn.
He eventually stops eating. So I'm like, okay, now I can relax. I can watch Tom Cruise running. Everybody's happy. This is great. 5 minutes before the end of the movie, he pulls out his phone. He starts tapping around in it. He doesn't bother putting the light down. He's just like the film's not even finished. You do not deserve to be.
I thought you were gonna say he got a bag, like he had one of those like cellophane bags of hard candies, and he opens it up and he pulls it out and he's unwrapping the butterscotch.
That is when I forgo full senior citizen if I do that. That's
so
full
angry.
senior citizen.
I was messaging my friends afterwards going, I'm serious. Like the rage, like there was this red mist. It's like,
did you go see it when it just came out, or did this later?
It would have been. Yeah, it just came out. Yeah,
just came out. Because sorry, like
I don't never see. That's what I don't do for those. I don't do that anymore. I don't go see it when it just comes out, which is kind of bad because that's when I go, and then you can't even get the movie anymore now because they don't last that long in the movie theaters anymore. But that's because the last one I saw was that the Marvels movie, I think it was, the Marvels movie, which was perfect for eating a double cheeseburger
because that was the only thing of value.
Don't listen to the hater upstairs.
I didn't say that.
No, you didn't. I did. I said it.
But what I was gonna say, it was great to go to eat that there because nobody else was there. It was empty almost, so it was great.
The best part, did you agree with Nick Fury's assessment of Monica Rambeau?
I kind of haven't seen it yet.
What was his assessment?
Don't they have Nick Fury actually utter the line, "That's some black girl magic" or something to that effect?
No, this is the scene. This tells you how much we don't like this movie. The other movie we were supposed to be talking about, but anyway, the scene is.
I've given up.
Monica Rambeau. Good, we broke him. Monica Rambeau. Was she hadn't learned how to fly fully yet? Like she was. And Kamala was falling. She had teleported high up, and she was falling to her death. And so,
which is gonna happen for sure.
So Samuel Jackson goes, "You can do it, like Monica, go up there. You got to go and save her because she's gonna die if you don't." And she's like, "I'm trying, but I don't know how to fly, right?" And he said, "Go and do it." He said, "Use black girl magic." And he said it like I would say it, like a tired old black man.
All I'm saying is
who doesn't want to be there.
All I'm saying is
just like I would.
The Nick Fury of the earlier phases is not whatever the hell they're doing to Samuel Jackson.
Let me tell you something. Samuel L. Jackson was so tired and like he looked exhausted. Like
I can't do this anymore. I can't do it anymore.
He looked physically tired. He sat down more than Ice-T does in Law and Order. And that's saying a lot.
Wow.
Remember when the Hasselhoff played Nick Fury in a movie?
No.
Well, go.
Yeah,
go
I remember. I don't think I've seen it, but I remember. Yeah.
Our new list will consist of The Punisher with Dolph Lundgren, Captain America from 1990, and the Hasselhoff Nick Fury thing.
You know what? David Hasselhoff also does a great hamburger eating video.
That's glorious.
Yeah. It was glorious. I loved it.
I don't think
I would have rather covered that than covered Trapped in Paradise.
I will say I will say then so Peter, I'm guessing it kind of holds up for you.
Yeah, with the caveat that it could have been a little bit shorter, but I mean, it ends with a Dean. It ends with a Dean Martin song, and I'm a Dino fan.
You know what? I'm gonna roll up a big "Go fuck yourself."
Hey,
Peter, throw it over there at you.
Peter, I accept that. I accept that.
Get that.
I sat there with a big
go fuck yourself.
I will say for me, being that I'm the only one who probably saw it in the theater when it first came out, and I didn't like it then.
No.
I hated it less, like on a visceral level, that I remembered hating it. Like it was that old Maya Angelou quote about "I may not know what you said to me or how you treated me, but or what you did, but I remember how you made me feel." I remember that original movie made me angry when I saw it. Now
that's how you did it.
Now
Maggie
I just paraphrased Maya Angelou to make my point.
You fucking paraphrase. You see what I did to him? You see what I did to him?
I don't even know what to put in the show notes.
He
Okay.
paraphrased Maya Angelou.
Yeah.
Wait. Trapped in bullshit.
Movie.
That's
fucking
but,
you know what I'm gonna do, Joel?
What?
Until you do right, everything you do. Everything you do. Ooh, and I'm giving you whoopee face. Ooh, white man, everything you do.
They're giving me whoopee face.
Girl, you in danger, girl.
I believe that Maya Angelou is a national treasure. So I think
you
she's
see. Oh my God!
I'm not wrong.
You?
I used it in the right context.
Right now, wait. She's talking to me in The Shining.
Or listening,
sorry.
She said, "Please shut that."
She's talking to me in The Shining. She said, yes. If that white boy don't shut the fuck up right now, I'm gonna haunt him.
Needless to say,
go out here and do shit for this white boy. This bald white boy come out here.
I did not hate
this
Peter.
Goddamn movie.
This is the best I could give you, my friend. I did not hate the movie, but it is a movie that I know no doubt that I will not see ever again. And 5 years from now, maybe far less, I will be like, yeah, what was that? Was the one with Nick Cage? I'll be like as if I had never, because I didn't remember any. It's very forgettable.
I remembered small fragments.
Even when I was rewatching, here's what's weird. Normally a movie like that, I'll forget a lot, and then I rewatch it. Oh yeah, I remember this part. I'm like, I don't remember any of this. I don't remember any of
Joel, that's PTSD. You blocked.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what it was.
So it's right. No, I'm not going to say that. That's going to get me bullied even more. So I'm quiet.
Yeah.
All right.
Say it.
You know what this is?
What's that, Peter?
That's our new list.
Oh, so for the first time, and Mags, it's fitting you are here. We are trying something. Well, I would say it's new, except it's what we've been doing on Terror on the Tube this whole time.
Yeah. So it's new for Retro Movie Geek.
It is. Yeah. We are going to the next year. For starters, as it stands right now, we're going to do about one show a month of Retro Movie Geek, one show at Terror on the Tube. We might try to fit in other shows of Retro Movie Geek here and there. But we also do, obviously, that does not apply to Spooky Flicks Fest, in which case we do a stupid number of shows. And
not if you pick this shit. If you pick these movies again, I ain't done it.
Trapped in Paradise 2.
You crazy person.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage and mentioned it makes kids
trying
to get out. They don't want to be
Louis' Revenge. What was the name of the gangster? I don't even remember what the gangster guy's name was.
Vic.
Vic. Oh, yeah, Vic's Revenge.
Hang on. If I remember this correctly, this is going to get me bullied even more.
Yeah, it should.
Yep. Vic Masucci.
I thought you were about to...
And the character playing the guy was also called Vic. That's his name.
Well, that helps when you're talking to him. I will say, Peter, I legit thought you were about to say there was a Trapped in Paradise 2. I thought you were actually going to say there really was one.
There is,
don't you say
toy too.
Yeah, there's a toy too. Yeah. All right, so we are going to do the thing, Daryl, which I know.
Call my childhood.
We mentioned this before, but you were probably ignoring us when we did. Which is we have a list. Peter's compiled it from our master movie list.
Did you check it twice?
He did. That's why he's wearing the Santa hat.
Okay.
And there's numbered 1 through 20, right, Peter?
See, my white ball. Huh?
1 through 20. There's 20 movies.
Yeah, I said, let's pick 10. And then Joel said, you know what? Let's pick 18. I thought that was a weird number. So I picked.
No, it's like for 20. A year and a half, right? If we did, like 18 months.
Didn't even think of that.
That's why I did it.
I picked 20 because it's.
So, Daryl, you will one episode you pick a number, one episode I pick a number, so on and so forth.
All right.
And that's the movie. So, here's the deal. You no longer get the excuse of, Joel picked that one, because it's a number. I pick in a random number.
I would still ask who put it on the list, though, and I was
Peter.
Life.
Peter put it on the list. Well, technically, it may have been a movie a long time ago. I said put on the list.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think there's even the movies on it that Daryl picked. So yeah.
I get one.
Sketchy.
I get one.
And let's just explain this. The movies I picked, I carefully sat down and thought, okay, maybe we want to cover that. There's a mixture of comedies, action, thrillers, dramas, and all that. And then I randomly picked them because you saw the video I made with the little notes that I picked them from. Yep. Put them on the random list, and you will pick it randomly. So the keyword is randomly. Remember that.
Why were you topless in that video?
Because I picked random numbers.
He was wearing tassels.
In the nude. I picked them up with the no.
Yeah, he was wearing his tassels, and he.
Okay. Yeah. There's the nipple things again.
Just look at that.
All right. Daryl, as the most magical of us all.
Yes,
I will let you pick the first go around. What's the number 1 to 20? What is your number you pick?
15.
Okay.
I'm afraid to look.
Better be a good one.
Oh no! Don't do it yet. Please, oh God, let it be Munchies. God, if you believe in anything, if you love me at all, Lord.
Why would I put Munchies on it? We've already covered it.
Or something like it. Go.
Nope. This is a movie. I'm not even sure any of you have seen it. I've seen it. From 1982. It's called I, the Jury.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, crap.
And Joel, a word of advice.
We got another race with the moon situation here.
No. Joel, word of advice. Don't watch this with your wife maybe the boys will like it. There's a shit ton of nudity in it.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Barbara Carrera's in it.
I, Jury?
Yeah. Don't look it up.
Yeah. We're doing. Daryl can do what he wants to do. I'm not going to. I want to be surprised. I'm going blind. I'm just going to go in and just watch and see what happens.
Let me see what this shit is.
Okay.
It's a detective story. Okay, I'm with it.
It's a My Camera story.
Oh, okay.
Set in the 80s.
I know what My Camera is. All right. We're not getting Stacy Keach My Camera, though, right? We're not getting the Keach.
It has a high score of 5.9 out of 10.
Hey.
Yeah.
Most of the movies I like are far below that.
Listen, Trapped in Paradise was worse, I think.
As it should be.
Hey, not by a lot.
That had a Rotten Tomatoes of like 30%.
Rotten Tomatoes is BS. Screw Rotten. Actually, ready for this? Ready for this? Ready to laugh your ass off? Trapped in Paradise has a 5.9.
Oh no!
Oh my God, that's hilarious. And by the way, Rotten Tomatoes is I'm saying tomatoes like you.
What are you saying, tomatoes?
Yeah, what is wrong with it?
Rotten Tomatoes is a freaking scam. You heard about the story that came out about people being paid. It is a bunch of crap. Rotten Tomato score doesn't mean shite. It doesn't mean
never ever put anything into Rotten Tomatoes.
I did, but usually it was because I was trying to be like a jerk.
Tomatoes.
Make a point.
Pretty much.
And look what his score on Rotten Tomatoes was.
No. You should listen to your friends.
Should I though? Really?
Yeah.
You guys don't listen to me.
No, I don't.
No, we do actually.
Peter
once
does.
Once in a while.
That's Peter's fault, though.
Yeah.
All right, Maggie.
Joe.
The wonderful Maggie. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So I did this. Okay, this is like a belated birthday gift. I love the idea that you being
that's what he told me. Oh, it's Maggie's birthday. Let's have her on for this movie.
Yeah.
That's on Joel.
You hate me, don't you? You actually hate me.
No, I haven't watched it yet. I hadn't watched it yet or rewatched it.
Evil.
But I don't know if that at all makes up for the fact that you did have to sit this movie apparently on your actual birthday.
I mean, I drank a bottle of fizz whilst I was doing it, so it wasn't all bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what fizz is, but I'll go assume it's alcoholic.
It's something to make this not hurt so much.
Got it.
Like sparkling wine.
Yes.
Gotcha. Very nice.
I never got this wine thing. I've never been a wine guy.
You're drinking mulled wine.
Yeah, but not regular wine. Nah, I like beer and whiskey.
Yeah, you're a man. You're a man's man. Like a good whiskey or a bourbon.
Why? Or is a pirate a real man? They've lost body parts.
Whiskey makes me angry at myself at the end of the day. That stuff is so
depends
strong.
on how much you drink, though. I don't drink all that much anymore.
All right. Well, Maggie, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you for, as always, I always do this to you, and I don't care. It's hilarious every time. Anywhere you want to tell them to find you on the internet?
Nowhere at the moment. However, I have committed to doing January New Year new movies where I will be watching a film every day in January that I've never seen before and reviewing it. But I haven't worked out where I'm hosting it yet.
You could start it with Trapped in Paradise.
No. Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
So you don't have a like a site or anything else that you're doing?
I've got I might like revitalized my blog, but I haven't worked it out yet.
Okay.
I've got to scrub it clean from a few things first.
You dirty. You dirty.
Well, you always have, not that you want your stuff remotely connected to us, because I wouldn't blame you, but you always have a home with us. You know that. So
thank you.
However you decide to do it. Peter.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this in a reverse order. Where can they find you?
I'm not sure at the moment. I might be trapped.
You might be what?
You're trapped.
In
bullshit.
Oh. If you are. Every time we record. Oh, hold on.
Well,
I love that the screen is frozen.
I just screen captured that.
Nice.
And I will be using that at some point for something.
Thank you.
You should.
I would have found it and I would have used it.
The show notes, Peter.
Yes.
Nice. I will find it.
Yes.
What was the question again? Oh, yeah. They can find me here on Retro Movie Geek, or they can go to Tear on the Tube, which is basically also in this room. And Forgotten Flick. Well, we kind of moved stuff over from.
Yeah, I gotta finish that process.
So, but they can find it on Retro Movie Geek.
Yeah, Max. Just so you know too, like all of your stuff, I moved everybody's articles to retromoviegeek.com. So
So here and on Hugh's podcast, The Undead Wookiee. You can find me there too from time to time.
Daryl, where can people find you being your most magical?
Oh, that's everywhere I go. But you could go to Taylor Network and Podcast and find me on there. And you can also, I'm still on Nazi Twitter. You can find me at The Voice 123. I'm on the Blue Skies under my regular name. And then what's the other thing? I lose count. Instagrams.
Hold on real quick. Before the snowstorm kicks in, you are going to still be the caretaker at that big hotel in Colorado, right?
Yes.
That was a Shining reference.
I know. I got it. I was thinking of working in the lady in the bathroom. I couldn't find a good joke there.
Yeah.
All right.
Sure.
So all those places then. Okay.
Yes.
All right, cool. I can be found, obviously, Tear on the Tube with Peter and Allison as well. And, of course, Jay of the Dead's new horror movies. You can find me there. Recently, Jay and I did a quick review of Godzilla -1. Legitimately my favorite movie of the year. That movie is so freaking good.
I think you've mentioned that once or twice before.
It is legit.
Does Godzilla punch a monster in the face?
No. And it is, you actually, Max, have you seen it yet? Okay.
Because I'm still angry about the 1998 Godzilla.
No, this is Toho. This is a Toho Japanese film. This has nothing to do with Americanized crap.
A Toho original.
Yes, it is. And Mags, you will care as much about the humans and the human story, maybe more so than Godzilla being on screen. That's the thing. It's amazingly good. It is. I shit you not. It is. Legit.
I want glowing Godzilla.
You get that too.
And by the
way, when you see this movie, realize it only costs. There was two numbers I've heard, but I've heard it cost either 15. It cost 15 million to make, or the highest I've heard is 35.
I thought it was 20.
I've heard 15 to 35, somewhere in there. Does it matter when you see what they achieved for that amount of money? Hollywood should be effing ashamed of itself. I'm sorry, it was amazing.
It's Friday night. Friday night, I was watching on Netflix The Movies That Made Us, which I'm not massively in love with that series, but I was watching the Aliens version, episode. 35 mil.
Yeah.
35 mil, or was it 15 mil?
It was 15. It was actually 15. Yeah. 15. And that's in $1986. But even at $1986, that's like.
But then you look at what James, you look at the latest Avatar film.
It's like over $500 million. That's what I heard the rumor was.
The Smurf movie, elongated Smurfs.
Oh, you know what? I didn't watch it yet.
The last third of the second Avatar movie was like James Cameron's greatest hits. There were bits from Aliens. There were bits from The Abyss. It was
this wet dream.
It was rubbish. Is that what he said? Yeah. I hear rubbish. Is that?
I can't say that at home here because I'm going to get beat up right. Movies. Yeah,
I didn't see it because I honestly wasn't that thrilled with the first one. If I'm being honest with you,
seen the first one.
I had a spare evening. I got my plans had been cancelled. So I was like, right, well, I'll go to the movies. And that started first. It was either that or the menu. And Avatar started first, and I didn't want to hang around for an hour. So
that sucks. You should have seen the menu because that's actually good.
Oh, I love it. It was great.
Yeah, menu's great.
I've seen it since. It's brilliant.
Yeah. In all seriousness, Godzilla -1. I mark my words. You will love it. I have a feeling you will absolutely love it. All right, so check that out as well, and of course, Mama Pop Video Shop. Check Tyson and me out on that. We're actually this probably has got. We've already done. We're doing a live stream on the 15th where we're going to be watching in real time the original. The only one that really matters, Black Christmas.
By the time people watch this,
by the time
it already happened.
White Christmas is better.
The Bing Crosby movie? No.
Yeah.
No, Black Christmas with Olivia Hussey.
He's more of a monster. He really beats his kids.
Only with his kids. And we're gonna be doing with Rick. Rick Patterson's joining us. We're gonna do like a live watch along kind of thing. Yeah, why not? I any excuse to watch the movie because I love it. So on that note, any final words?
Well, Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Sure. That's a final word.
Well, oh, wow. Christmas cheer.
Happy Merry Christmas.
Kiss my ass.
Mags, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And God bless us, everyone.
Oh, no.
Thanks for listening. Visit retromoviegeek.com and be sure to leave us voicemail feedback. You can share your thoughts by calling 484-577-3876. That's 484-57-RETRO.